once told me, "It's good that I can feel people's pain. It would be even better if I could transform one's pain into soothing relief." These words of my father nourished and nurtured the divinely planted seed in me to become a compassionate healer, and my journey with Ayurveda, the science of life, began. According to Ayurveda, our Panchabhautik body is an amalgam of space, air, fire, water, and earth, and solution to all chronic ailments lies in balancing these body elements. As the origin of Ayurveda goes back to thousands of years, so some part of our ancient historical knowledge is lost. That's why I started my own research and shared it with the world. Ayurveda can give very quick recovery, even quicker than allopathy, in most chronic ailments.
The blend of Ayurvedic medicines, Panchkarma, yoga, diet has helped Dr. Navdeep Sharma create the brand Risht Pusht and Team Nirogam by treating thousands of patients suffering from chronic illness. Join Dr. Navdeep Sharma's guided path of healthy living. Call now at +1 888 624 5925.
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to this live interactive session of ours where we generally discuss quality Ayurveda with you. And while we discuss Ayurveda with you, we also try taking out certain topics of importance where Ayurveda can help, where Ayurveda can be of support. That is something which we always look forward to. So once again we are there with you, and once again a topic which is of utmost importance: depression. That is the topic which we shall be taking today with you. And while we are interacting with you, while we are taking the topic of depression with you, the Ayurvedic perspective, what can be done with Ayurveda in it, what can be done with lifestyle modifications in it, along with that, your questions are always welcome for us. So any question which comes your way, if you are a regular patient, if you are a regular subscriber of our channel, any question which comes in your mind is always welcome from your end. We shall be trying to reply back to that question to the best of our knowledge in Ayurveda. So depression. What exactly is depression? What exactly are the signs and symptoms of depression? Let's first be talking about the signs and symptoms of depression. So when we talk about the signs and symptoms of depression, although they are very common ones, but then isolation is one of the most common things. When a person is depressed, the person generally likes to remain isolated from others. There can be a feeling of guilt, concentration decreases, sadness is a profound thing in depression. A person feels really helpless when he is in depression. He may experience sleep problems, anger. Although a person is depressed, being angry when you are depressed is a common thing. Once again, thoughts of death in certain extreme cases, when the depression carries on without much support from friends, without much support on the medicinal part, a person may develop thoughts of death also, suicidal thoughts also. Then a person may resort to alcohol and drug abuse. And when a person is depressed, the energy level of the person is definitely too less at that time. So these are common symptoms which we came across. Now moving ahead after the symptoms, let's again talk about what exactly is the reason as far as allopathy is concerned. What exactly is the reason as far as Ayurveda is concerned? Rahulji, you have written that is less sleep time also cause a reason for depression, and at least how many hours is required for body for sleeping? Yes, Rahulji, you are really very true in that. Sleep. In fact, in Ayurveda, it is said that Ahar, Nidra and Brahmacharya, these three are the Traya Upstams for body. These three are the pillars of life. So it is very important for a person. If a person wants not to be depressed, if a person wants to be happy, if a person wants that the serotonin level in the body remains in a proper way, proper sleep is of utmost importance. And when we say sleep, the minimum hours of uninterrupted sleep advisable are 6 hours on an average. Although Vata, Pitta and Kapha, they are the categorizations in which our body is divided when we talk about Ayurveda. So definitely when we talk about the body types, the Vataj people, the Vata body type requires the maximum sleep, although the Vata person likes to sleep the minimum. The Pitta requires moderate amount of sleep and the Kapha requires lesser sleep. But it is the opposite when we talk about the lifestyle. The Kapha likes to sleep the most, the Pitta is more balanced one, and the Vata person does not like to sleep at all. But still, ideally speaking, it should be somewhere around 6 hours a day. And when we say 6 hours a day, it is of uninterrupted sleep that we are talking about. Moving ahead, when we are talking about depression, if we talk about the allopathic aspect of depression, allopathy believes that depression occurs in a person if the serotonin level, now serotonin is known as the hormone of happiness. So allopathy believes that if the hormone of happiness, that is serotonin level in the body, is lesser than what is required, a person will go to depression. And depression can be, how to diagnose that a person is depressed? See, being sad when something wrong goes in the life, being sad when you are really facing challenges in life is normal thing. That is not depression. If someone loses someone from his family, if someone has a business loss, if someone has anything wrong that is going on inside the life, being sad for around 2 weeks is not at all depression. But being sad for more than 2 weeks, now that attributes to depression. And in case of chronic depression, a person can remain depressed up to even 2 years, 3 years. So that is the allopathic aspect. When we talk about Ayurveda, Ayurveda believes that Sattva, Raj and Tam, these three are the Mansik doshas. Sattva, Raj and Tam. And for a person to be non-depressed, for a person to be happy in life, it's very important that these remain balanced. Now Sattva is the best of them. That needs to be the major one. The more Sattvic a person is, the more is the level of Sattva in mind, the happier and less depressed a person will be. And when we talk about depression, so while we are talking about depression, let's come to certain lifestyle changes also. There are certain lifestyle changes for depression which are really very helpful. Now when we talk about those lifestyle changes, what we have to remember is that early to bed and early to rise. Now that is something which we have been hearing all our lives. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. But in today's lifestyle, that is something which really is very tough to follow. There is a question coming, and while I'm speaking and I'm going to discuss everything with you, the questions will always be there. My priority, like you have asked about it. Hello sir, kindly guide how to handle headaches that happens during anxiety attack. My nephew is having this problem. Generally when we talk about anxiety problems, the best part is, see, even if you look at my hair now, or if you look at anybody's hair, we are using less of oil that is required than required. But for someone who is regularly having headaches, this place known as Brahmarandhra, this place is known as Brahmarandhra. Brahmarandhra needs to be nourished with oil. There was a time when our grandmothers, our dadis, our nanis, they used to tell us, come to me, and they used to pat that oil or ghee on the Brahmarandhra. Nowadays we do not even like the smell of that, and if someone tries to put oil in our herbs, we see young kids asking them, please do not do that for us. But if we really want headaches to go away, and if someone is having chronic headache, Brahmarandhra is something which needs to be nourished. So it becomes very important, and the oils of choice are, it can be Trifla Grit, it can be Sheer Bala Talam, it can be pumpkin oil. So these should be used for Tarpan, and otherwise Char Magj, the 4 seeds, are again very good for such headaches. There is another question, and please, another thing which you all must remember is, in Ayurveda, if we talk about the exact guidelines for someone, it is as far as the body type is concerned: Vata, Pitta, Kapha. according to the body type, the exact things can be planned for someone. So any one of you, if you are facing a problem, we shall require a small video clip from the person who is facing a problem on our helpline numbers. You just require to send a 30-second of video clip through which we can judge your body type, and you can be guided even in a better way. So there is another question before I proceed further with my topic, and that is from Jatin Kumar ji. Doctor साहब, डिप्रेशन के पेशेंट को आयुर्वेदिक मेडिसिन से कोई साइड इफ़ेक्ट्स तो नहीं होते हैं, कितना लंबा समय मेडिसिन लेनी पड़ेगी? जतिन जी, सबसे पहले तो हमें याद रखना है कि कोई ज़रूरी ही नहीं है कि दवाई लेनी भी पड़ेगी. देखिए, आयुर्वेद की खूबसूरती ही ये है. आयुर्वेद कहता है आहार विहार और अगर ज़रूरी हो तो औषध. बाकी सारी पैथीज हैं, एलोपैथी किसी भी सिस्टम में, दे आर पैथीज, दे आर नॉट लाइफ स्टाइल्स. आयुर्वेदा इज लाइफ स्टाइल. आयुर्वेद इज वेदा. हमारे शास्त्रोक्त, हमारे कल्चर से जुड़े हुए वेदास, हमारे ऋषि मुनियों ने हमारी बेहतरी के लिए जो जीवन शैली गाइड की, जो चीज़ें गाइड की, वो सारी की सारी चीज़ें आयुर्वेद में सम्मिलित हैं. एंड दैट इज़ वाई व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट depression in Ayurveda, it is not that we always require a medication when we come to Ayurveda. Ayurveda is not about selling of medications. Ayurveda is a lifestyle. And if we live that lifestyle by the grace of Almighty, we can avoid numerous diseases and specifically depression. Now when we talk about Ayurveda, and when we talk about depression, we were talking about the lifestyle changes that are required for a person suffering from depression. And early to bed and early to rise was the first thing which I was telling you. Now, when we talk about depression, again it's a mansik rog. And when we talk about a mansik rog, what is a mansik rog? मन का रोग. मन क्या है? मन के बारे में शास्त्रों में कहा जाता है मन्यते अवबुध्यते ज्ञायते अनेनिति मन है. मन के ये कर्म है. मन जिसके वश होकर के हमारी सारी इंद्रियां कार्यरत होती हैं. ऑल आर सेंसेस, दोज हु बिलीव इन द डॉक्ट्राइन ऑफ आवर वेदास बिलीव ऑन मन, दे बिलीव ऑन आत्मा. सो दैट इज वाई इफ वी रियली वांट टू कम आउट ऑफ डिप्रेशन, इट इज द मन which needs to be provided the right kind of lifestyle. And for man, the ahar is, what is the diet for man? The diet for our body is a balanced diet which we are taking, but the diet for man is meditation. If we are not meditating, if we are not giving time, see, when we talk about meditation, there can be spiritual aspects that are related to meditation, and there are non-spiritual aspects also related to meditation. When you are to meditate, it is not just for some spiritual benefits, but also for your happiness level enhancing. Scientific data show that someone, when he meditates, the serotonin level increases, the heart rate reduces, and all the changes which occur in body during meditation are opposite to the changes which occur when depression is there. Going ahead, I am going with the Jagdeep Kaur ji. You have written your patient ID and you have mentioned the doctor which is helping me. What I can say is that Ayurvedic supplements do help, and little things help, such as drinking warm water, eating warm cooked meals, going for walk. Yes, Jagdeep ji, thanks a lot for joining us, and thanks a lot for your valuable words. Yes, definitely. And indeed, Dr. Ruchi is helping a lot many people. So you have been associated with a good doctor. So all the best to you. Keep following Ayurveda. Have due faith on Ayurveda, and thanks for your faith on us. Going ahead and going further, I would again like to come to man. So meditation is the diet, is the tonic for man. And if we can meditate a bit, when I say a bit, what exactly is to be done in meditation? Simply close your eyes, try focusing over here. Forget about that you are to think about any spiritual aspects of it. Yes, if you are already meditating with the spiritual aspects, it's really great. But if you are non-spiritual, even if you do not believe in God, still you can meditate, because you need to meditate for your own self, and that is something which can bring you out of depression, and that is something with the help of which you can avoid those SSRIs, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which are generally used in the allopathic medicinal system for depression. And when I talk about depression, again, depression can be a bipolar depression also, in which there are phases of mania and there are phases of depression. So those things are also pretty manageable with Ayurveda. Another thing for depression which is very important is usage of desi ghee, cow's ghee. Cow's ghee is an elixir for someone suffering from depression. Unluckily, with the advent of lab tests, we people are running so much after the lipid profile, the triglycerides, the LDLs and all, that we think that ghee is our enemy. But honestly speaking, cow's ghee is something which is required in diet if we want to come out of depression. So it can really help. Again, talking about certain herbs now, coming to certain herbs. So we talked about meditating, we talked about early to bed and early to rise, the importance of sleep. Now coming to some herbs which really help in depression. So one of those herbs is ashwagandha. When we say ashwagandha, ashwagandha is a herb which is now being, you can say, almost worshipped or followed around the globe. There was a time when ginseng was considered to be a very good herb, but gradually today ashwagandha has replaced ginseng as being the most favored herb everywhere. So when we talk about ashwagandha, ashwagandha really helps in removing out depression from someone's life. It's an adaptogenic, it is a racine. So it not just brings a person out of depression if used regularly, but it also gives a lot of nourishment. It promotes anabolism. There are a lot many research studies that have been done on ashwagandha. It's immunomodulator, improves the immunity. So many benefits of a single herb, ashwagandha. Another herb is malkangani. Malkangani is again a very good herb, which specifically if a person is really depressed and is losing focus also, the memory focus, it again is very good for a person. Going ahead, another herb which is of great importance is tagar, and brahmi we all know, so I won't be going much in details of brahmi, but yes, you can have a look at brahmi. Brahmi is definitely something which is again used worldwide for depression, and the only thing which we have to keep in mind is someone is having a too high heart rate, then in that case, in case of palpitations, the dosage of brahmi to be taken is to be monitored under a doctor. That is always better. Then vacha is something which is very good. Acorus calamus, shank pushpi is another herb which is a herb of great support if you are suffering from depression. Another herb, Hypericum perforatum, St. John's wort, is again something which is used. So there are so many herbs which are mentioned for depression. Which herb to exactly choose? Not all herbs are good for everyone. So that is why, just like in allopathy, when we consult certain psychiatrists, we go to specialists and they select which kind of antidepressant is best for us. In the similar way, if we really are suffering from severe form of depression or chronic form of depression, it is always advisable if we can use herbs under a medical supervision. Those herbs can really help to bring out a person from a disease condition, to alleviate disease of a person. But if we talk about a single tonic which anyone can take, yes, there is a tonic which we developed for anyone suffering from depression. Till the time you can get a medical help from anyone, you can use our helplines also. We are always available to help you out. Our doctors, our psychologists, we are having an entire team for that. But till the time you can do that, stress cure is something which can be taken by anyone. You can see the basic major herbs which we just talked about are a major ingredient in stress cure. So without the fear of any side effects, till the time you get sufficient support from us or from anyone whom you feel can help you out in Ayurveda, till that time stress cure is something which can be used from your end. So we talked about depression today. Depression can be really agonizing for someone. If you are suffering from severe depression, then Panchkarma, Shirodhara, Shirobasti, there are so many therapies in Panchkarma. I shared some videos previously about Shirodhara, Shirovasti. There are lot many things which can be done out of those in a planned way if a person is suffering from depressive illness. So it was a brief discussion about depression which I today had with you, discussed with you. The reason for that being that it is a topic which we generally do not take care of. Many a times we can be seen making fun of someone who is depressed because we cannot understand that why, with everything going on right around that person, the person is suffering from, is not happy. So मानसिक रोग शारीरिक रोग से कई गुना अधिक परेशान करने वाले होते हैं अगर सही प्रकार से सहयोग ना किया जाए. सो अगर आपके आसपास कोई डिप्रेस्ड है, ज़रूरत है उसको आपके सहारे की, और हमारे हेल्पलाइंस आपके पास हैं. कभी भी किसी भी समय आप डिप्रेस्ड हैं, आप छोटा सा वीडियो हमें बना करके भेज सकते हैं हमारे हेल्पलाइन नंबर्स पे, विच यू कैन सी ओवर हियर. इफ़ यू आर out of India, you can use a US helpline number. If you are inside India, you can use our Indian helpline number, or the numbers which you are there. The number जो हमने अभी US का शेयर किया आपसे, that is a toll free number, but you won't be able to WhatsApp on that. Our US WhatsApp number is a different number, and you can directly use this toll free number to give us a call. Always remember, support is just a phone call away from you. Before I end today's session, there is a classical Ayurvedic combination which I would like to share with you. Manas Mitra Vadakkam, that is a classical Ayurvedic combination, and then Ashwagandha Rishtam. These two classical Ayurvedic combinations are available everywhere around the globe, so in case you do not have access to anything else, you can go for those also. So इसी उम्मीद के साथ कि आप सभी लोग रिष्ट पुष्ट रहें, मैं डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा अभी आपसे आज्ञा चाहूँगा. हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए आयुर्वेद के सफ़र पर मैं आपका धन्यवादी हूँ. स्वस्थ रहें, रिष्ट पुष्ट रहें. धन्यवाद. नमस्कार.
Redefining Ayurvedic Excellence. Dr. Navdeep Sharma, a true Ayurvedist and a staunch believer in nature's healing power, treated thousands of patients suffering from chronic ailments. Not only a healer, he is also a contributor and keen researcher.
Representing India at the British Parliament.
Working in collaboration and sharing ideas with global personalities at the British Parliament. Participation in 4th Svastha International Conference on Ayurveda and Integrative Medicine at Middlesex University. Paper presentation at Middlesex University, London.
Interactive TV program at World Ayurveda Congress 2018 telecasted at famous TV channel Care World. Ayush Expo at Dubai. The first international exhibition and conference on Ayush and Wellness.
Being felicitated at Ahmedabad for his valuable contribution to promote Ayurveda.
Creating new benchmarks participation in Interfex at New York, USA. Our recent activities. Participation in the 8th World Ayurveda Congress.
Delivering a thought-provoking talk in depression at Conclave and Expo, California.
Felicitated during Indo-American Wellness Conclave and Exhibition. Dr. Navdeep Sharma and Dr. Monica Sharma invited by Just Punjabi, New York Head Office. Association with Ministry of Ayush Government of India. Honoring Padma Shri, Hans Raj Hans Member Parliament. With Yogi Baba Ramdev, co-founder of Patanjali Ayurveda. Speaker panelist on Ayurveda and wellness industry at Ayurveda Expo.
Felicitation by Dr. Rakesh Kumar Singh at Ayurveda Expo, 2019 Greater Noida. Visit a renowned politicians Dr. Adamjeet Singh Basra at Risht Pusht Amritsar Center. Dr. Rakesh Sharma, Director Ayurveda Punjab Government of India at Risht Pusht Mohali Center.
Dr. Navdeep Sharma with Sudhanshuji Maharaj, a global spiritual leader, motivational guru and the founder of Vishwa Jagriti Mission. On air on CNN News 18. Giving COVID solutions to Indian community through Tez News. On air on Aaj Tak Tez. The most sought after panelist and educator on prominent international channels. Regular daily telecast of interactive show in international TV channel Just Punjabi.
Regular daily telecast of interactive show on national TV channel Disha TV.
Invited to represent Indian Ayurveda against allopathy on India Ahead channel.
Dr. Navdeep Sharma, live on Northeast on famous national TV channel on Times 24.
Newspaper accolades. Indian Tibetan Therapeutic Exchange Camp 2008. Regularly organizing camps with Indian Army. Ayurvedic Camp. Holding regular philanthropic free health check-up campaigns. Regular Ayurvedic Shivers. Regular guest speaker for DGCA. Organization of yogic camp in various parts of the country.
YND Care Nirogam Private Limited.
We provide research-based treatment in all sorts of chronic ailments. My promise to patients. My beliefs.